When she reaches her position, she extends her hand towards Darren's old master, inviting him to kiss it. Pleased to meet you, she says, still smiling. Likewise, milady. No, the word milady has been completely ruined. But okay. Noldren says as he grabs her hand, kissing it softly, then releases it. May I ask which way you are headed? Oh, it's just a small town, Melindra says. You probably haven't heard of it. We are taking her to a city called Olender. Olender, yeah. Olendor? Should I call it Olendor? I like calling it Olender though. Whatever. Darren says. Melinda frowns at him when she sees how easily he's given away our destination, but it doesn't look like Darren noticed. Olender, Noldren says, surprised. We've actually passed the city on our way here. It just so happens that I can have a mage in my team that can cast teleportation magic. If you would come with me to my camp, I'm sure that could convince him to teleport you to your destination, and you could save a few days from your journey. What do you say, Darren? Would you like to meet my teammates? I suppose so, Darren says, but I'm not sure what the others would have to say about this. Would everyone else be okay with asking one of Nolender's friends to teleport us to Olender? I mean, it is a competition. They could just teleport us into a volcano or something. If it gets us there faster, then why not? Hardrick says. I don't have a problem with that, Layla writes. I don't have a problem either, Kate says. I also want to apologize for being so suspicious of you earlier, Noldren. You helped us a great deal in that fight against the orcs and the mammoth, and you have most definitely earned my trust. Think nothing of it, Noldren says. Well, if nobody else has any objections, I would personally suggest that we get ready to leave soon. I wouldn't really want to spend too much time in this place, when new monsters could teleport and attack us at a moment's notice. Alright, Darren says. We should go pack a tents then, and we'll meet back here when we're all done. Oh, Barry, darling, Melinda says with a forced smile. May I speak to you in private for a moment? There's something very important that I need to talk to you about. When they hear Melinda's word, Kate frowns at me and she leaves for her tent, while Darren just shakes his head in disapproval and walks away. What is it, Melinda? I say as I get closer to her, while all the others are walking out of our hearing range. Barry, Melinda says, would you mind explaining to me why everyone here just agreed to walk into a potential ambush without a second thought? What do you mean? I say. Are you saying that Noldren might want to kill us? Yes, Melinda says. Isn't he a tournament participant? Why would he not want to kill you? He's an old friend of Darren's for starters, I say. And if really wanted us dead, I see no reason why he would not just have left us to get killed by the monster instead of helping us. Even told him that he should flee while he had the chance, but he still chose to stay and fight by our side. What would he have had to gain by doing that? I mean, he's kind of sus, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, the situation is perfect for an ambush, to be honest with you. I mean, that guy could teleport us anywhere, but okay. I don't care what his plan is, Melinda says. I can't read minds. All I know is that my instincts are telling me not to trust him. Listen, I'm not saying that we shouldn't go with him at all. Believe me, there's nothing that I'd love better than to get us... What the fuck am I reading? I'd love better than for us to get teleported right at Olender's doorstep without any efforts on our part, but I still think we should be cautious. We shouldn't just take everything this guy says for granted. Do you understand what I'm saying? I guess we could ask Araka to regularly check for traps on our way to Noldren's camp. I think you're worrying over nothing. Noldren seems alright in my book. We could ask Araka, but I don't think she would comply all that much. I mean, I will not say that he is okay in my book. He is a little sus. I guess I'll say this. I guess we could ask Araka to regularly check for traps on our way to Noldren's camp. I'll make sure to use my magical sense to see if there aren't any mages trying to jump us, Melinda says. I still don't get why everyone is so willing to trust this guy that we have only just met. They're all still treating me like I'm some outsider, and this new mage comes along and suddenly it's like he's already part of the team. What makes him so special? Well, I say, maybe if you told the others about the trouble you have with controlling your wind powers, they would trust you more. If people can't even rely on you to fight together with us, you can't just expect them to treat you as a member of the team. Seriously, why are you trying so hard to keep this a secret from everyone? What do they think? What do you think they will do when they find out? Do you think they're going to try to kill you? As a matter of fact, I do, Melinda says. You do? I ask her confused, but why? Because it already happened once, Melinda says. There used to be this small group of people that I traveled with for a while, long time ago, and at a certain point they found out about my problem. They wanted to fix this issue by casting a white mage spell on me. It was supposed to help me by limiting the amount of energy I could use to power up each one of my spells. In theory, it could have worked, but I did not want to risk it because the Stillwater's aura is just too different from that of a normal mage, and you can't know what will happen. It could potentially be deadly for someone like me. I tried to explain this to them, but they wouldn't take me seriously. The bastard even tried to cast a spell on me while I was sleeping without my permission. They may well have killed me if I hadn't woken up to stop them. I really don't think Darren would try to cast that spell on you while you're sleeping, I say, especially if you explain to him why you think it might be risky for you. Really, Melinda says, you guys practically forced me to take a deadly enchanter's oath, just so you agree to come along with me, and now you're expecting me to believe that you would certainly be willing to prioritize my safety over your own just because I'm asking you nicely? Well, I've known about your problem and the risks it poses to us for quite a while, haven't I say, and I've never told Darren or anyone else about any of this. I suppose not, Melinda says as she takes a small break to contemplate on my words. But I'd still rather keep the others from knowing, at least until we reach Olander. It's not like I could help much in a battle, even if I wanted to, so I don't really see any need for them to know. And if this means that they will keep hating me, then so be it. As you wish, I say. Either way, I think we're done here, so I'll go pack up my tent. See you in a few minutes. Once we're all done with our tents, we grab our backpacks and we start following Norton's toward his camp. According to his words, it shouldn't take us more than 30 minutes to reach it. And he is far away from his camp. 30 minutes? Before we left, Melinda and I had a private conversation with Araka. How did we ask for the amulet for the flower? Maybe. That's kind of weird. We asked her to notify us that any magical traps on our way to Norton's camp. As we walked through the forest, we came upon a few more mages that are filling their backpacks with pine cones. However, these ones are all looking rather terrified when they see us, as if they were afraid that we'd attack them. I have a question actually. I just had a question in mind. Wouldn't Araka prefer it if we died? I mean, if there's a magical trap that would kill us all, wouldn't it be better for her if we all died? Because then no one will be stopping her from using that fucking weird ass spell that she uses, and to blow the locket, or maybe the trap will blow the locket and she will be free after that. So I really don't see why she even checks for traps or anything. She should be leading us into a trap, honestly. Or maybe she hasn't found a trap so far that would be strong enough to confirm our deaths. Maybe. Where were we? How are these ones? Yeah. Why do you suppose those mages were so scared to see us? Darren says we walk past the pinecone collectors. But we're a pretty big group, so we must be looking quite intimidating to them. Hardrick says maybe they think we'll try to steal their cones. Hey Barry, Kate says, there's something that I forgot to ask. How did you manage to cast that flight spell on yourself earlier? Was it with the help of your stat device? As Kate finishes her question, I see Melinda right behind her, staring straight at me with a menacing look in her eyes. I say, yeah, that's right, it was the stat device. Oh, so you finally managed to unlock your magic stats? Kate says, no, it was only temporary, just like the last 2 times, I say. The monster mages probably made a mistake when they cast the ritual. They leaked a little too much energy my way. Oh, I see, Kate says, looking somewhat disappointed. So how did you come to know these allies of yours, Master Noldren? Darren says. Oh, they're mostly people that I've met while doing mercenary work, Noldren says. Our group is rather diverse. We even have a banshee in the team. I'm sure that your own banshee will get along with her just fine. Yes, I always get along with other banshee, Luna says in a dry tone while she looks down at Araka's amulet. A banshee, Hardrick says. How did you meet that one? It's a long story, Noldren says. If you want, I'll tell it to you when we get there. Araka, Iluna says all of a sudden. Can you sense the camp? How many mages are there inside waiting for us? 5, Araka says, including the banshee. And how strong are they? Iluna says it's hard to tell, Araka says, since their aura all seem to be suppressing their auras to avoid detection. But most of them appear to be on Noldren's level of magic power. It's hard to tell because you're unable to do it or because you don't want to do it, Iluna says. You would accuse me of lying to you, Araka says in a mocking tone. Me, your oldest friend and beloved mentor? I'm shocked, utterly shocked. Man, she is fucking funny. Iluna frowns at the amulet, but she doesn't say anything. Your banshee friend doesn't seem to trust me much, does she? Noldren says. Nolden tells Darren. It doesn't seem like it. Darren says. Do not worry, Luna says. I'm suspicious of everyone. It is in my nature. That is most certainly a good trait to have in an environment like this, Nolden says, especially for a banshee. Come, let us move forward. You'll reach the camp soon.